Good evening, how is everyone today? It's time for some more. This War of Mine. It's a war survival game where you try to survive as a civilian in a war zone. You haven't got any special powers. You're a group of civilians that are trying to survive. And yeah, this is my second playthrough of this. My first one ended after 36 days when everyone died, and I did not survive the war zone. But I'm on my second playthrough. It's looking like we might survive. I've lost one of my people. You start with about 3 people. I've lost one of my people and got a new person that joined the house or the shelter. But we're in a better position now, and we've just gone past the previous number of days that I've survived, which is 39-ish days. So the previous one was 36 days that I survived, and now I'm at about 39, 40-ish days. Yeah, and the game I think ends officially when you... yeah, day 40. The game ends when you survive the war, when peace is declared. Ceasefire at least. Tonight I had a really good haul. Look at this. Well, we've been raided. Someone came at night to take our things by force. Someone tried to rob us. They were a tough and mean bunch, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed and none of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything. We are able to defend ourselves, but we used 5 ammunition to chase them off. And the guy that had been scavenging got a cigarette, some wood, and some fuel back. So just check a secondary thing. Also, I've got a secondary device, so at the start of my stream I just like to, if I remember, like to check that my sound is actually working, because sometimes I do things like I forget to turn on the sound. So I start the stream and there's no sound, or you see my mouth moving and there's no sound. Yeah, it sounds fine. Okay, okay, that was the start of a new day. Our guy Marco went scavenging, so he can go and get a sleep. He's hungry, and he is hungry and tired, so he was probably guarding as well. So let him check if we need to do this. No. So we can also, we've got a moonshine still that allows us to make moonshine, which is alcohol. Homemade alcohol, it's moonshine. But we need sugar cubes, sugar. But that's like a key trade ingredient. What's the temperature? 20. It's alright. Excuse me. This guy is our cook, generally. What I was looking for is we need components to make filters to make water, but we are alright for water for the most part. But if our trader guy comes around, he comes around every 2 or 3 days. If our trader guy comes around, we need to trade him something to get more components. And vegetables, according to the radio, is scarce and worth a lot at the moment. Let me just check what the latest situation is on the radio. Getting fresh vegetables in Pogoren, this is the town that we're in, has become more difficult than ever. Most of the transport trucks fall into the hands of the military or the rebels. Classical music. We may expect the upcoming days to be quite cool. One of our listeners suggests there's nothing better than a cup of hot mulled wine on a cool day. Understood. If it gets too cold, your guys can get sick. Or sick more easily than normal. So it's worth just keeping these up. I'm just checking, this is the entrance area where visitors to your place come and knock on the door. I think I've done all the upgrades that I wanted. I've upgraded my metal workshop. Ooh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Is this guy smoking? No, he's just sitting. I've upgraded my metal workshop. Oh, there we go. Who's this? I've got something for you. Open the door. So it's not the trader. Usually it's just one group or person that come to your door per day. Let's talk. You won't regret it. Okay, let's have a look. We live several blocks from here. We saw that you took refuge in this building, and since we're supposed to be neighbors, we decided to pay a visit and say hello. We brought you some vegetables from our garden. Enjoy. Zayu. Yay! I will take it. Thank you. We got to help each other. So nice, man. And that's gonna be worth a lot. Usually that changes the bio as well, saying people are so nice to each other. Okay, what do we have? So this is the other thing we can... Ooh, vests. So I need one of these vests to... The vest is just for defensive stuff, so I've got one helmet already. How much ammunition? Ooh, we can make ammunition now. Ah, but we need components. Lots of components for ammunition. We have 8. We can make another hatchet. But I think we do have a hatchet already. No. Our hatchet is broken. It's usually in this equipment tab. I think, yeah. Should be in the equipment tab, so we should make another hatchet. Hatchet is used for chopping furniture and stuff into wood and fuel. So it's very important. You can also read this bit on the side to see or give you ideas for what to do. So if you don't have enough books, they'll say, we need more books, because the reading helps forget the horrors of war. So if you guys get too sad and there's not enough books, then they'll just get more and more depressed. Whereas books help them stay calm. What I learned so far. So we need a hatchet, and we need to fix this gun, but it's not urgent to fix the gun, nor is it urgent to fix the hatchet actually, because we've got a lot of fuel and it's getting warmer. Got plenty of fuel. The thing with the gun is the gun will help you trade. The trading thing. What is this? Assault rifle. Military assault rifle with a good rate of fire. Okay. Maybe a gun and sell the assault rifle, because I heard the assault rifle, one of the other viewers suggested the assault rifle uses up a lot of ammunition when you use it to defend your home. Okay, let's make a gun, I think. Fix the gun, because then it's going to use all the weapon parts. This is weapon parts. And I need more weapon parts to make the hatchet as well. Okay. We can probably, this is the vegetable thing, and it takes 3 days to make a set of 8. We've got 13 vegetables so far, so we're doing pretty well. This is our rat traps. Sorry, trap for small animals. It's not rat traps. Traps for small animals that give you raw food. Nothing like a good sleep. Okay, let's put some food in you. And a gun. I'm just gonna sit. Enough sleep. You can eat as well. I'm fairly comfortable with where we are in terms of food situation for the moment, in terms of meat and veggies. Veggies is usually the scarce thing, but with this garden it's not too bad. I've also got this guitar that cheers people up if they can play it, which Pavel is one of them that can play it. Bruno needs to cook a bit. He's our cook, and he, what that means is he actually uses less ingredient when he makes food. So, 1 or 2. I'm gonna use some of the raw food. It's a raw food. This is raw food, but I use that for the traps to get more raw food. You get 1. You use 1 to get 2 back after an uncertain number of days. He's hungry, I'll let him eat. Okay. add some fuel to the heater. That's our heater. Cool. I think I'm gonna end the day there actually. And then it's the night. Okay. Now I need to remember what I did. I think... can I see the stash tab? Ah, I can't see the stash tab from here. I haven't been to the warehouse. What's there? Danger. Used to be a warehouse of a big store. Currently it's used as a hideout by a group of armed thugs. We might find useful things there if we can sneak in, but it's very dangerous. Lots of food, lots of meds, huge amount of weapons, lots of parts, and danger. I was thinking I want to go there because they like moonshine, but I can go to prepare, and if I don't have moonshine, which I don't, but I do have veggies, so I can go to the other guys that sell anything. They like moonshine and cigarettes. Construction site. It was supposed to be a luxurious residential area, and there was a great hype on apartments there, but the developers fled abroad when the war started recently. The military wrested control over this area from the rebels. We could scavenge whatever the rebels left behind, but there's a risk of encountering military patrols. I think I actually made a note of this because there is trade here. Half of it is rune, so the half of it's a rune. I made a note that there's still a locked door and shovel piles to go through to get there. So I'll go there because there's still a bit of stuff that I can get and potentially trade if I want to. Let's go and scavenge and have one person on guard duty as well. So it's a semi-detached house, and we want to take a crowbar or a lockpicker and something to trade as well, which is probably veggies if they say veggies are... Let's take 4 of them to trade, and we take a shovel, the crowbar, or lockpick, and lockpick or... the crowbar. The crowbar has many uses, about 10 uses, whereas the lockpick is 1 use each. But you have to manufacture each of these a few times. But the downside of the crowbar is it makes a lot of noise, so if you want to be stealthy, it's not a good idea to take the crowbar. I think it should be alright, but let's take that anyway. Defensive stuff. Go and see how this does. So yeah, there is one. Yeah, the crowbar I think was this door that I needed to clear out. I think that's just the rat on that side. Hey, so this is the guy you can trade. You can't see him there, but there's a guy there that you can trade with. I hope this doesn't aggro him. Yeah, usually should be fine. If it's like, if you're gonna steal something, it has like a little hand with something in it. That's the steal icon. So if you're willing to steal, you can do that. But mostly it's just a warning to say you're gonna aggro some people or make them hostile if you steal this stuff. That. So we could potentially come back here once we have the electric parts. So this is the one that's most useful for advanced stuff. Just check that. Is that a mouse or something? Should be alright. Hopefully a rat. Yeah, it's just a rat. Can't attack them, can we? No. Nothing in there. Okay. Yeah, if you have a hatchet, some of these furniture and stuff will light up with an icon that says you can now just go and check. I think I stored some stuff up here. Not sure if it's still there. I try to, if I can't carry everything away with me the first time, I try to leave like a pile of stuff, fuel and wood and stuff, at a specific place. And I think that was what I did there. Yeah. So I've got wood there. Okay. So I've now. I also in my notes I say this place had a locked door, which it doesn't now anymore, but potentially still wood. Slash furniture, I think. But let's first go and trade. I'm gonna drop a couple of the stuff there and drop that there. Before we go and trade, just want to see what he's got for trade. Might not be that much. And you double click to run. I didn't realize that at the beginning. However, running makes noise, so if you want to be stealthy you shouldn't run. So that's the steel icon, which is recommended against. He's got quite a few things. So maybe cigarettes. Ooh, he's got parts and cubes. Oh, nice. Now he's got quite a few things. I think this is quite common, to be honest. Let's see. Nothing special, but not bad either. I want sugar cubes. Let's see. Can I have it for almost nothing? What's this? Yeah. Because I want to make my own moonshine. Quite a few things. And I want some filters for water, or just get water by itself. Which I've got enough to trade for that. Oh, there we go. And some others. So just those things. I need lots of components though. What can we drop? The filters gives me more water, which I need for fuel and to grow my own vegetables. Sorry, water I need for... So the filter I need for water, the water I need to grow vegetables, as well as to make food. Whereas the sugar cubes is to make moonshine. Wouldn't mind some weapon parts either. But the components allows me to make lots of other stuff, including a hatchet again. Or, yeah, no. Components is for the filters, specifically. And weapon parts is to make the hatchet. Got some weapon parts. Ammunition. No, we didn't bring too much to trade. We'll use this for trade, maybe. See what else he's willing to offer. Because we can... This is food or a trade item. But because we've got lots of food at home at the moment, it's not urgent to get that. I would rather get some wood. And one more of this. Ammunition. And I think that's going to be about it anyway. So we got some ammunition, filters, weapon parts, water, sugar cubes and components. I'll do that. Do we have enough part to actually carry that? I hope so. Just have a quick look. What? Just about. Otherwise I think it would have dropped it there. Let's just go and look. Make absolutely sure. But we are taking what we want to take. And you try to get home before 5. If you haven't left the area by 5, your guy has trouble or has to travel home during daylight, which is dangerous. He can get shot and injured. I think a full stack of water and yeah, I'll come back for this. So there's still some wood left, and potentially once I've got weapon parts and get the hatchet, I can come back and see if there's anything else I can chop up on the safe side. Around to exit. Good at night. He just drops down, around to the exit. Marco is back. Let's see if the night was calm or not. Day 41. I think this background means it's like a crime wave thing. So my guys like to be armed at home. Hello, look at all the stuff. I wish I could bring so much every night. We've been raided. Someone came at night to take our things by force. So I've got the reinforced door and I've boarded up all the holes. They came in force and were armed, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully we were all armed, none of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything. We are able to defend ourselves. So in my first playthrough I never got to this stage where I got the place boarded up and the reinforced door. So I think that makes a big difference to how you survive the raids and stuff at night. And this is pretty good as well. Cool. Let Marco go and sleep. And Bruno can eat, and he can sleep as well. Ooh, now we've got extra raw food as well. Down below. That'll do for now. Get some raw food and reset the traps. Yeah, it's like a... These I think is 2 to 4 days to... with an indeterminate random how long it takes. And this one is the 3 days fixed period. 72 hours. Oh, let's make another one. So if I use the raw food, I can get 1 extra raw food, essentially. This takes a bit of time. Okay, and moonshine as well. Oh, we've got filters. So we've got filters now, so you can make more water. The moonshine and the vegetable garden requires water to make stuff. So we can do 3. And that uses fuel as well. So everything uses fuel. And the trader guy is going to come around today. Still got 8 vegetables left, so lots of food. Potentially something to trade with them. Let him run all around. Some filters for water. Where's my other one? Where is my other one? Ah, my other one is downstairs. Okay. Now the water filter one takes an hour to set up, and then half an hour or 4 hours to 5 hours to get the actual water returned. Because the rainwater's already been collected, but you then need to filter it so it's drinkable. Thinking. The bio change. Sometimes there's little bio changes if they've been doing something during the day. Okay, he's alright. And we can cook some food. We need food. Hungry. Hungry. Okay, let's go and listen to the radio before we go and eat. What does the radio say? Some classical music. Vegetable crisis seems to be at an end. International aid trucks laden mostly with turnips, beets and potatoes have recently reached us. Okay. Vegetables aren't so good anymore. Expect the upcoming days to be quite cool. One of our listeners suggested nothing better than a cup of hot mulled wine and a cool. Excuse me. Okay, Pavel can go over there and play some music. He needs to listen to some music. So, yeah, have a bit of food. Moonshine. It's coming along. It's 1 PM, so the guy didn't come around today though. Yeah, they usually will get here before 10-ish, 10 AM. So if it's 1 PM, they're not coming around today. A smoker. Mark can get some food. That'll do. I actually want him to see if we can make the hatchet. It doesn't need to be him. Just need to make a hatchet. Okay, we can let Pavel go. Remain hungry. Make it stretch. I want... let me just check. So we now got a little bit of component again. Crowbar. Need to wait a while. Let's make another hatchet. Pick up those. Moonshine! I keep looking at the wrong screen. I switched my OBS and stuff around. I hope we'll manage to keep it warm in here. I hope so too. Don't think I need any of this. Let me just check if there's anything that rings a bell as wanting to be done. Alcohol distiller distills moonshine into pure, high-quality alcohol component for meds and bandages or a bartering item. I haven't got that yet. Nor do I have a herbal workshop, to be fair. We can upgrade it to make real meds and good quality cigarettes. Maybe. Need more components for that. And we need more electric parts for this to make this one. Maybe. Make a net. So there are two things we can still make that we haven't made. There's a herbal workshop, which makes meds and bandages, low quality herbal workshop. Which is 14 components. Six wood and 2 pots. And the other one is the alcohol distiller. Alcohol distiller. My notepad is critical for keeping track of things I want to do. So it's 20 components. Ten wood. 10 pots. And 1 called thermo regulator. Okay, I'll probably go for the alcohol distiller first, just because it's more expensive, and only leave cheap stuff till the end. I've not been making. So now we've got a hatchet, so all these things got the chop icon if you want to chop it into wood. Please don't do that. I'm gonna end the day. Let me just check what we have. So if we've got, if we do go for the alcohol distillery, so we've got 13 components. We do have enough wood. 16 wood. And parts, 14 parts. So we need to go somewhere where we can get electronic parts. Or electric, not electronic. Oh, we can also... That's another thing, hold on. Before we end the day, let our friend check. Ooh, what do we need? Why can't we do this? One guitar will be made. Ah, I don't think I can trade this. Can I trade it? So I have all the materials. Because it does this orange thing if you don't have enough materials. But it says I can't make it. It doesn't give me the option to make it. Because who's doing it? Let's try this. No. It still doesn't give me the option. I thought I could make it to sell. Can't I sell it? Maybe I need to check if I can sell it. But I just want to note what that is as well, so I've got it for reference and not go below that if we want to sell it. See if we can sell it, and then if we want to sell it, that we can make some more, because we do have 3 broken guitars. So 5 components, 10 wood, 2 parts, and 1 broken guitar. Okay. Okay. Again, this one looks like I've got 2, and that's the limit. Maybe that's a limit that we can't do anything about. So I can't make more of this, even though I've got the parts. Might be the same for this. Okay, but you can only have 2 of each thing. So let's end the day there. Where do we want to go? So we've got some moonshine, so we could go maybe the semi-detached house and pick up some of the stuff there. Trade at the military outpost. So the options that I think that I know what I'm getting into is military outpost or semi-detached house. Because there I can do a trade with the moonshine that I've just got. But it's usually for meds, foods, food, meds, weapons, weapon parts. So I can get more weapons there. And there isn't a specific shortage of anything that I could trade for there. Let's go there. The semi-detached house, I haven't got anything exciting at the moment. We will take a Marco, Bruno can sleep, and Pavel can guard. Military outpost, and we prepare by getting some moonshine. We'll on to the teddy, that's the other thing we're going to trade. To our Franco friend who comes around sometimes, and they like tobacco. Maybe? We can see. Scavenge / trade. Watch it, this restricted area. I guess if you're a military guy, you could go up and stab that guy and steal that, and go over there and kill everyone, steal everything, Lots of weapons, weapon parts. I prefer to be friendly. Oh, don't die. Okay, so see, he's got lots of weapons, ammunition, weapon parts, water, food, meds, raw food, Bojan. See, nothing special, but not bad either. Okay, let's see what we can do. Normal weapon, shotgun, ammunition. What? Lots of ammunition. Weapon parts. Do we need more weapon parts? Not right now. That's, yeah, asking a little bit too much. Let's add this. Decrease this until he's happy. Water. Water's cheap. Okay. Weapon parts. Remove the weapon parts and just add water. Okay. So for 3 moonshine and 3 tobacco leaves, it's giving us a shotgun, a handgun, 3 ammunition, and 3 water. Cool. Yay! Soldiers go home, says the guy that spray painted that wall. Day 42. Still guys with guns, so still the violent phase. I struck gold tonight, look what I brought. We've been raided again. 6 ammunition used. We need to check our ammunition. Someone tried to rob us, they had guns and were trying to kill us, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed and none of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything. We are able to defend ourselves. Well, I've got more of the good stuff then. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. And our friend is going to go for a smoke, and then we can have him. What do we want to do? We can do some filters for some water. And hopefully it should shortly be time for our Franco friend to come around again. He's smoking. I thought he was going to have a smoke. Really, there's like puffs of smoke when he is smoking. Maybe he's getting sad if we don't have cigarettes. Do we have cigarettes? Yeah, we don't have any cigarettes for him to smoke. How much filters have we got? So we've got 37 water. Got 1 filter. Got some components, so we could make another filter if we need it. Need it too. Let's just heat up the place a little bit. A bit cold. Listen to the radio as well. See what's up ahead. Day 42. Vegetable crisis over. Next few days should be warm and pleasant if a little bit windy. Add a 1 in there, should be fine. It raises it about 3 degrees. Where are my cigarettes? Sorry, we don't have any cigarettes left. Take 1 filter and then put both filters in for water collection. I think 1. So we've got 2 filters and then we can use the 2 rainwater collectors. And some more water. Yeah, when you double click, they slide down the ladder instead of climbing down slowly. 10:30 AM. Are we going to get a visitor today? Doesn't look like it so far. 11:20. Alright, now press. And that's it. Power can play a bit. Reset a bit. Looks like we're not gonna get our neighborhood guys to come around. So what do we have? We have snow. This snow during winter you gather snow to melt for water. Closing fuel. We've got weapons to trade with Franco, but Franco doesn't want to come around. We definitely need ammunition though. Where can we get sugar? So we've now got 10 components and 16 wood. So we definitely need components. Okay, end of day. I think we've just visited that one. I'm gonna go back to this one and trade for components there. They don't particularly need anything, but we can go and maybe a weapon. I do want to keep the weapon for Franco because he likes weapons, so he's willing to give more for that. So let him guard and let him scavenge. We could also just skip a night of scavenging, but I want to get components to make the alcohol distiller or at least the herbal workshop. So let's take stuff to go there. We still got the pile of wood there. And if we take the hatchet, there might be, in that room we unlocked, there might be stuff that we weren't able to some of that. And I'm going to take the hatchet to see if we can get that. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to my weapons for let's see. Might take all of the canned food to trade. Yeah. Let's go and scavenge. So we do the trade first, or let's actually see if we can actually get anything chopped up or down below. So it's either one of these rooms hopefully has something to chop up. I need to sit down for a while. Yeah, there is something. Chop that up. Get some fuel and wood. See how many we get. 3 fuel and 5 wood. Grab all. Nothing, even though that table is eager to be chopped up. Wait, wasn't there something down below? Ah, I forgot about this. The reason I actually stopped doing this was because a lot of these are then scavenge, or looks like it's their stuff, because that one is a steel thing. I don't want to get tempted by going past that guy to accidentally click on the wrong thing. Just wait it out and see if there's maybe down below something I can take. And then go trade with that guy. This guy saying, for peace and freedom, cheers! Yeah, so this cupboard is out of bounds, and I think anything further, because it goes into their place, is out of bounds as well. I'm gonna go down and see if there's anything there. Not out of bounds, you could steal it. But I think they become hostile if you do. So then I can't trade with them anymore and they will attack me. I think is what happens if you steal from them. Should have brought my shovel. Here's the shovel from. Get anything there. Oh, there we go. A couple of rubble piles. I'll take that and this one. Forward, great. Cool, so now I just want to trade for lots of components and parts. If we can. Let's go trade. Yeah, you don't accidentally want to start chopping, clicking on the wrong thing. Oh man. Because one of the viewers the other night, they were saying they clicked on the chop thing because the icons are so close to each other. Shall we trade? Yeah, trade. Don't chop, trade. And so we want components. Ooh, he's got more stuff. Let's see. I want more ice cubes for more moonshine. And it's got one ammunition this time. Lots of veggies. That's what I traded. Anyway, let's see this. What does he want? This offer of yours is just too damn impressive. And let's get components, please. This offer is still too damn impressive. Wow. Or maybe that is too much. Even food. Wow. Very generous of you. Okay. Do it in parts then. Okay. Deal. Ah, shite. Okay, not interested. I will come back. Let me just drop stuff off near the top. Because my bags are too full. Now we need to rush because our time is going to run out. Back and forth that we don't need. Okay, let's drop off wood. This can drop, 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 this can drop. Okay. And the rest can be traded. Quick, 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 quick. Friendly. Don't chop his chair. Okay, so it was 3 of these for all the sugar, all the parts. Did I say all the parts? Yeah. And more of this. Until it says no thank you. Okay. And yeah, seal that. And again. So let's see. This and this. For I want this fuel maybe? Ammunition. Components. Still too impressive. Still too impressive, man. What do we want now? We want some cigarettes for our guy. Oh, okay. A lot of cigarettes. And the quality roll-up is Do we want cigarettes or do we want quality roll-up? The quality roll-up is the higher grade version of the cigarette, as far as I know. Maybe do the filter and fuel. No, just a filter. Do that and remove some of this. There we go. Oh, one to one. And food. No, that's fine. Deal. Okay. I'm hungry. Maybe there's something left in the fridge. Okay, run to exit. I think that was a good day. Or good trade, at least. He definitely likes the canned food. Day 43. Still weapon days. Got one more ammunition. Found plenty of really fine stuff. What a night. Need Franco to come round again, man. Uh-oh. The night was calm. Now he's starting to feel unwell. Okay. So, get that one in bed. Hungry and slightly sick. We can get some food. Where's Pavel? Pavel? Okay. Oh, he was very hungry. Let him get some sleep, and then when he wakes up, this guy, he'll make some more food, and then we can get into bed and with meds. One or two? Okay. A bunch, please. Slightly sick. Usually, like, sleeping can cure slightly sick. Either the cheap meds or the more expensive meds. Should be alright. Maybe smoking will help him cheer up. How much can we make? Only one. Okay. Make some more moonshine. Hey, our friend, I keep looking towards the entrance. I'm waiting for our friend. 18 degrees. There's food down below. There we go, Franco. Hey there. Oh, now we haven't got raw food. Oh, that was canned food. That's the raw food one. Okay, make it, please. Thank you. Ooh. What do we have to trade? We want some of the meds. Got some veggies. How's our veggies coming? Oh, we've got 8 veggies as well. Oh, let me actually go and get this. I'll be back shortly, Franco. Don't go anywhere. I just want to pick up these veggies and start the next one. And that's what I'm gonna trade, or some of it. And let me set up veggies. Yeah. Oh, that's taking too long. Please hold on, Franco. Please hold on. I'm on my way. Very hungry. Ah, there we go. Come on, quick, before he goes away. Come on, I know you're there. We are here. So what's it gonna be? Let's trade. Okay, so we've got veggies that we could trade, but the veggies shortage is over, so it's not as worthwhile anymore. I want sugar cubes, I want water weapon parts, maybe some fuel, definitely ammunition. So let's add ammunition, sugar cubes, this, and this. What can we give him for that? Let's see. Ah, we saved the weapons for him. That's what we want to give him. I want to try this because it uses too much ammunition. It won't do. How about one more? This office of yours is just too damn impressive. Okay. Let's see. Oh, bandages. I can go for raw food. Very generous. Fine, we can have a deal. How about? Okay. Just too much. And I think we can still trade teddy bear, other stuff as well. Okay. Let's keep going. So we've got maybe do this. It would cost you. But let's see how much he's willing to give us for handgun, a knife, I want components, bandage, very generous, and components. Okay. So either lots of components and no bandage. Just like to have 3 bandages. We've got some smoke stuff for our smoker guy, so he can relax a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Deal. I'm going to try on it. There we go. That's deal. Let's make sure if there's anything else we want that he's got. Components. We haven't traded the teddy bear. Let's see how many components he's willing to give us for the teddy bear. And this interesting one exchange. Maybe one of those. Because I still want fuel and maybe the canned food as well. So let's see. Whoa, that doesn't work. Okay. Okay, how much wood? We'll need a lot of wood for herbal workshop and alcohol distiller. Okay, he doesn't have electric parts though. I think that's gonna be it for now. Because this is just too expensive. Canned meal, more nutritious than raw food. This was a good trade at the other place. Okay, not interested. You'll regret your decision later. Shit. 343. I'll go now. Good luck. Thanks, Franco. Much appreciated. Use some food. You can get some sleep. Wait, let's get the special meds and then you can go to sleep. Pick that up. And Pavel can go and... Wait, did we listen to the radio today? Watchable crisis. Warm and pleasant if a little bit windy. Okay. Unchanged. These should do in a pinch. Make sure we've got the alcohol distiller. Oh, sorry, not the alcohol distiller. The moonshine guy. How much have we got? We can do 3. Nice. Oh, he's very hungry. Let's give him some food. Let's get him some rest. Because slightly sick and on meds and recovering. If you're in bed, it's a recovering. Cool. And I think should be fine. There's our buyers. Our buyers haven't changed. Okay. And actually wanted to check if we can make another thing. Make another thing. Do we have filters? We have 4 filters, so we can make more water as well. Like water there and water down below. I love that there's a water collector like 2 stories down below ground level. It's like, whee, just all flows into our water collector, man. We've got 8 new vegetables growing. We've got 13 vegetables in there. So good, man. Let's go and have a look what's up there. We should be able to now make the herbal workshop at least. Got lots of components, we've got some wood and we've got the parts. So, make this herbal workshop. Where can we put this? And down below. Yeah, herbal workshop. Or can we put it in there? Hidden somewhere. No. Only limited places where you can put stuff. There, and there. Can't see it there. Because there's got a second furnace as well. There. Oh, there. Okay. I don't want to go too high, just because I like to keep stuff contained. It's more defensible if it's not spread out. Choices I make, right? Ooh, our moonshine is almost done. If my guys get sad, they can always go for the moonshine. Get the moonshine before 8 PM. Okay, what can we do at the herbal garden? What is this? Homegrown tobacco from herbs. I guess we'll just make that. Because we've not been using the herbs for anything. Ah, the time's gonna end, okay. Okay, so the semi-detached house is still just we've traded, but there's still stuff to scavenge there in our pile. So I'm just gonna take him and collect that. He can sleep because he's sick and he can guard. Semi-detached house, just scavenge. So nothing, because we've already got what we wanted. If we had canned food, we might go and trade at that, because they like canned food. 7 ammunition. They might have ammunition though. No. Let's just go and take some wood there, I think. And our pile and finish our pile. Ah, but this can also be chopped up though. So I might have needed the hatchet, so I might need 2 bits. I think you live in a place where it's like all of the buildings are like shelled out buildings. It'd be pretty rough, man. Pretty rough. Gravel. Wow, just enough. So now I can bring the hatchet next time and chop that up. I want to exit. I cancelled my run to exit, thinking that this tobacco might be changed into something else if we trade it. Ah, never mind. Run to exit. That's fine. That's fine. Run to exit. It's a good full pack. Some wood, some fuel, some shell casings, ammunition stuff. It's all good, man. Ooh, we can also, because we now got a bunch of components, we could actually change some of our ammunition stuff to actual ammunition. Because we've got empty shell casings and gunpowder. We've been raided. Someone tried to... They were armed. Ruthless looters, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed and none of us were wounded. Great. How's our friend Bruno doing? Ah, better. Okay. So Bruno can go and eat. He can go and sleep. And he can sleep as well. My stomach is rumbling. Oh yeah, we need to finish that. That's food. Done. We can finish this. We're turning herbs into homegrown tobacco. I don't think it makes a difference if Bruno does that. We can check. Ah, we can't check. Gonna use up all the ingredients. Now we want to make some ammunition. The thing we wanted to do. How's our supplies looking? 21 water, so we can definitely make some and trade for some water as well. Use some of that. Lots of components so we can make more filters as well. Someone's at the door. Hey, I need help. Please open. Okay, I'm on my way. Yeah, this is the guy that... Or Bruno is the guy that's like... Rather them than me if somebody suffers or dies. Thank goodness you're here. See what this guy wants. Can you help me board up my windows? I live nearby with my daughter. I've heard the rumors of looters pillaging houses and raping women. I can lock the doors, but they could get inside through the windows. Could you help me board them up? My husband was taken by the rebels in the first year of the war and hasn't returned. Zora. We're all alone. Please help us. Yes, sure. I don't know how to thank you enough. God bless you. Makes the others happy. They're the sensitive types wanting to help their neighbors. Our neighbor was right to ask for our help. We will make our house more secure. And him as well. I'm glad we decided to help our neighbor in need. Supporting each other is important. Cool. Okay. Now we just need to wait for our guys to wake up. It's tough to make those choices though, right? Because it could be dangerous for them to go outside during the day to help a neighbor. Usually we're just inside. Usually in this game it pays to help the neighbors, usually. I did get the one wrong, made the wrong choice when I decided to snitch on my neighbors. We were stealing from the aid supplies. My guys didn't like that, these two guys didn't like that. Snitching on neighbors, no! Classical music. We are led to believe that international peacekeepers are going to put an end to the civil war in Grasnada in the upcoming days. Maybe peace will finally be here. Next few days should be pleasant, if a little bit windy. Okay, he's hungry. Oh, let's put some fuel in there. You heard what the military did in Gravia? We did not hear that. Let's fuel some water collection. Up with the heat. Yeah, let's do this. And let's make some ammunition and make sure we survive till the peace. We need guns to survive the peace, man. How many can we make? Probably not all of them. 10. Some ammunition. We need to survive the peace. check if there's anything I can do with the tobacco leaf I got. Might not be there. So we got the herbal workshop, but we probably can be upgraded for something better. Let me go and see what that would require. I don't think I'll have the necessary ingredients on hand. It's usually one of those, yeah, a mixer and electric trunk parts. So upgraded or improved herbal workshop. Just noting this down. Improved herbal workshop. Is 30 wood. Wow, lots of wood. 30 wood. 30 components. 3 parts, at least not too much parts. That's the current workshop, so basic workshop. Electric parts, 4 electric parts, and 1 mixer, which is also 4 electric parts to make. Okay, so it's going to take lots of electric parts. The alcohol distiller doesn't need electric parts, but it needs the thermoregulator, which also needs its electric parts. So electric parts is currently the bottleneck. Let's see if we can make something with that. Oh, there we go. We can make a roll up with that one roll up. Oh no, you can make 4 cigarettes with 1 tobacco. That. For our friend who's gone to help a neighbor. Show some appreciation. Okay, so now, how much ammunition have we got? So we made 10, but that might have just been the last of it. Oh, we've got 12. Okay, well, that should be alright. Let my friend Pavel's over there. Oh no, Pavel's over there. Then gonna play some music to cheer up our people. He's hungry and he's hungry. Okay, I'm gonna end it right there. So we've just got the 2 guys because our other guy is helping a neighbor. I think I'm actually gonna say God and sleep. And stay home. Curb on crime. Not sure what that means. Ah, probably the night was calm. Bruno helped our neighbor board up a house and returned safely. Right. So Pavel is now very hungry. Let him get some food. Let him get some sleep, and he's probably hungry, tired as well. Okay, he's tired. Get some sleep as well. Man, we might make it out. We might make it out. Alive. Peace. Peace declared. Yeah. Now you can imagine that scenes that they show on the news is like the people celebrating the peace. Like, yeah. People hugging each other, neighbors hugging each other. We've survived. Oh, that feeling, man. If we make it that far, we need to not count our chicks before they're hatched. We can check the news, and when our friend, our cook guy, wakes up, we can just double check that, or make him make a bunch of food for everyone. Celebrate by being well fed. Next few days should be warm and pleasant, if a little bit windy. Classical music. We are led to believe the national peace. Let's say it's 20 degrees, should be fine. You don't need fuel. At least it's warm. I imagine, or I wonder what you would do once calm was returned, right? So after a war zone, in a place like this, which I basically, back street, solution to problems that's war problems, like water filters, rat traps, all the things to survive. Moonshine still, whether you'd still actually keep that after the war. I reckon for a long time you would still keep that in case things turn sour again. Okay, we can go and make some water filters. Just be ready. Make some water. Our garden might need something soon. Let's make lots of stuff. But we still cannot make this. I think because we can only have one. What do I want? I want to make water filters. Make 4 of those. Are they working well? Please make them. Thank you. And him can go and make some food for us. He's our cook. Good cook, make good food, please. Alright, now I press. Use some of those filters. Yeah. Food for everyone! Food for everyone! Celebrations that peace might be around the corners. We need food. Also need water. Oh man. Exciting times. Is it peace? Is it peace? Check that one out, please. So this guy is hungry, he can have some food. Made the food, he can have some food. Yeah, water. That'll do for now. And he's hungry, we can get some food. And I hope it's peace. I hope it's peace. That'll do for now. Oh, that's so great. So great. And he's made a couple of filters and he's hungry, so he can have some food as well. Our guys might make it to the peace without being hungry. Imagine that. Ooh, still eating stuff in the background there. Okay, sit down, don't chop it up please. And just looking at like still guns firing and stuff in the background. So it's just a rumor on the radio, it's like peacekeepers are coming, peacekeepers are coming. Okay, the food garden's still gonna be a while. Don't think it will end today, but it should be ready tomorrow. The rat traps are going to give us food. Just check. So where are we? So we've got the basic herbal workshop. The improved herbal workshop will take 30 wood and 30 components. Alcohol distiller will take 20 components. So we're at 18 components. I'm just updating my status and decide where to go. We've got 30 wood. Electric parts or mixer. Oh man, I'm thinking of just hunkering down, or maybe take the hatchet. We can take the hatchet and go and chop up that last thing, and maybe take some stuff for them to trade. The other trader guy, get some more components because we've ran out of components again. See what they've got to trade as back, or we can trade. Moonshine at the military guy. I've got food. Maybe moonshine for food at the military place first. Okay, let's end the day. Moonshine. Ah, the war is over! The war is over! We've survived! That's victory! Victory is survival! Survival is victory! Oh man! Yes! Peace! Fuck our neighbors! Day 4. Buried alive. A shell hit a nearby tenement and some people were trapped under the rubble. Bruno helped pull them out. Day 14. Grateful daughter. A daughter of one of the people we had saved earlier came to thank us and gave us her mother's earrings. Katya died. Katya was killed while looking for supplies. Day 14. Shot like a dog. Day 16. Marco was seeking shelter. Marco was looking for shelter and we let him stay with us. Aid request. We gave away some goods to help the hospital. Day 25. Day 31. Rebel investigation. The rebel soldiers asked us if our neighbor had stolen supplies from a humanitarian aid container. We confirmed he did it. Oh man. Sniper. Father and child. Pavel helped a man who was wounded by a sniper while coming home to his sick child. Day 35. Indecent proposal. When one of our neighbors asked us to help him rob a rich family, we refused. Okay. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make bad choices. Day 44. Plea for help. Our neighbor felt unsafe and asked us to help her board up her windows. We did that. Ceasefire! The long-awaited ceasefire finally came into force, eventually putting an end to the fighting in Pogoran, and those who managed to survive the war would never forget it. Pavel survived. After months of searching, despite numerous difficulties, he managed to find his wife and son, who had sought refuge in France. He went there to live with them, and they never came back to Pogoran. After the war, Marco found his family, who managed to avoid the worst atrocities hidden away by a friendly country family. They came back to Pogoran along with other people. Normalcy returned to the city. Buildings were rebuilt, schools and shops reopened, and life went on. After the ceasefire, Bruno set off looking for his friend. Her neighborhood saw heavy fighting and the majority of housing had been reduced to ruins. But she found shelter in the basement, which somehow held. Despite the hardship, she managed to survive and was happy to see Bruno alive as well. They remain friends to this day. Katya never found her parents, but they did find her grave one day with her war diary buried alongside. They published it without any alterations. It became a bestseller. Wow. Not every story has a happy ending, right? Whew. Okay. Oh. That was good. That was good. What's this one? That opens Steam Season Pass. Go away, Steam. Alt tab to change to the game. Shift tab. Shift tab. There we go. Classic modes. Epilogue. What is the epilogue though? Epilogue? Ah, it's just what we've just been through, okay. Ah, okay. Okay. So we've just watched that. Another try, stories mode. What's another try? So survive. So this is the one I tried first, and this is the one we've just played. Katya, Bruno, Pavel. So this is DLC. Beta, Pavel, Anton, and Zlata. Bruno. I was just reading. I thought it's to highlight that. Okay. This looks like a different building. Or is it the same building? Slightly the same building, but near the front looks different. Okay, two different, and it's Bruno the cook again. Who do we have? Surrounded in the capital by the government military, the rebels refused to surrender. Caught in the middle of the fighting with no running water or phones, struggling with lack of food and medications, are civilians. In a civil war, everyone is affected one way or another. Roman used to fight for the rebels, but he became disillusioned and ran away. Arika came to the capital fleeing persecutions in her hometown. Bruno has been cut off by siege from his home and his dearest friend. Homeless, on the run and with nothing to lose but their lives, they band together to survive. Arika, Roman and Bruno. Okay. I'm actually gonna end the stream there. Do I want to end the stream? Do I want to continue? I debated this because I was thinking there's a lot of content to play through and it all follows the same kind of story, just with different characters. Whether I actually want to keep going, I didn't know how long it would still take, so I wasn't quite prepared. I think I'm going to end that there actually. Yeah, I had a pretty long stream yesterday, so tomorrow I will be back tomorrow, and we'll see what we play. I'll probably be playing Diablo 3 then, because I've still got lots of stuff to do in there. So thanks for hanging out. Sorry for my prevaricating, dithering around the end. Came a bit of a surprise. The piece was good. The piece was good though. I quite enjoyed the happy ending of this one. Fairly happy ending. We survived. That's a happy ending. But I will see you tomorrow with some Diablo 3. And I'll think about whether I want to play some different scenarios in this game again. Because there's still a few left. We've played 2, survived 1 of the 2. And with the different characters should give us a different experience. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow evening at 7:30 UK time, which is an hour and 15 minutes ago your time. But thanks for hanging around, and have a pleasant evening. Good night. Bye bye.